welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. This time, it is time. We are heading up to the Northern Cave to finish the game. Now, I do acknowledge there are quite a number of side quests I could do before I go and head over and kill Sephiroth. And they involve getting Chocobo breeding, or getting to Materia caves, defeating Emerald and Ruby weapon, a number of different things we could do. But in the end, it's really going to take me quite a while to do really any of those things. So I've decided that I'm going to go and take out Sephiroth now, because in the event that I decided to do it later, I would have boosted my character's levels up to such a high level that it would be difficult for me to lose, and I want some measure of challenge. Also, since it will take a while to defeat those monsters and all that, I didn't want to devote that much time to it. So, I may eventually go and do some of the other side quests out here, but for now, I'm going to go and take out Sephiroth. Okay, here we are. Climb down the rope ladder from the Highwind, and we'll descend into the northern crater. Now remember, this is not the first time we were actually here. In this area is where we had found Sephiroth. You can actually return if you want. Now the area that we're going to be ending up in is not the specific area that we were in earlier in the game, back in Disc 2. That area is gone for good. But we have this new area to explore. Now, a save crystal. Save crystal is a special item that creates a save point in the Northern Cave, somewhere around here. I mean, you could really post it almost anywhere you want. I have a specific place I plan to post it, just for convenience sake. But that'll be a little bit further on. The Northern Cave is a little bit different than it did before. Guard source. Guard source, remember those increase your defense by 1. There's something I want to go and show you right now. I have it set up this way so I can defeat the first few enemies I face very easily. It's called Lucky 7. Lucky number 7. All of the 7s, that's what it's called. Oh my god, no. No. Okay, apparently it doesn't work against these monsters. What Lucky 7s is the ability to, when your HP reaches all 7 digits, 7777, then your character goes off on this crazy attacking spree. And what should happen, which is definitely not happening, is your character should deal 7,777 points of damage with each impact. Now, a vast majority of the enemies that will fight in this game will die as a result of that attack, because it does just under 500,000 HP damage. I think there's something like 480-something thousand HP damage, and there's very few enemies in the game that will withstand that kind of attack. It's also extremely rare. You have to almost force it to happen. In fact, I remember I had the game for maybe 2 years or so before it even happened the first time when I discovered it. But you can force it, as you can see what I had done here. I had slowly whittled away the HP of my characters fighting really, really weak enemies to the point where they were all at a level of HP where the last 2 digits were 77. Then I went and restored their HP up to 100 below with potions, and then I throw the potion up in the air and cure that last 100 HP, and they go into some crazy-ass set of moves. Okay, it seems like a waste. Let's get the hell out of here. Now, at the moment, my character's not really set up for battle. I have most of their materia pulled away, because their materia slots are taken up by a number of HP plus materia, which increases their maximum HP. Quite a number of those put on each character. So it's I don't really have any magic. way I can get their HP up. That doesn't work. Okay. Let's do this. Cloud's not going to be able to. Now this is ridiculous overkill for this kind of monster. Oh, it didn't friggin' work. It didn't work. What the hell? Oh wait, actually it did work. The monster died as a result of the first attack. And, wow, that was completely underwhelming. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to put my characters. Okay, took a look. My HP is actually quite a bit lower now. It's still elevated because I have HP pluses on all of my characters. I have quite a few of these things. You also notice some of my materia have been mastered. What master means is you reach the maximum level for that materia. Now, ordinarily, materia growth meant that every time you got a new level, a new star, you would gain a new ability. But the last star doesn't really give you a new ability. What it does is reproduces the piece of materia. Say, for example, this restore here is at level 1. It has 0 AP on it because I've never equipped it. Why do I have this? Because when this one reached master, it went and reproduced. It produced another one, and I don't really quite get the idea what that's supposed to be, except for in like certain circumstances. The majority of the time, when a piece of materia reaches the point where it can reproduce, it's so late in the game that you're not going to want a level 1 pure material, restore material. And even if you did, you could just go and spend the money to go and get one. Where it does matter, though, is for certain advanced pieces of materia, like the double cut, which there is only one in the game. There can be 2, provided you hit all the master level. Or certain, I guess you could do it with summon materials, where each one's unique. Also, my cover reached master level, and that produced another one. So it's, I guess it's useful. Now, I should note that the first time I played the game, the first time I played this game, I had reached the point where I had started having all my characters' materia go and replicate. And each character, actually, the way I had done it back then was each character had their own set of materia. So I had a whole bunch of fires, a whole bunch of lightnings, ices, all that kind of crap, restores. And each character had their own. Which meant that as I cycled the characters out and attempted at least to keep my characters, use all my characters, all those pieces of materia got almost equal usage. So they all started to replicate around about the same time. I was also sort of a glutton when it came to buying materia. So I had a whole lot of it extra sitting around. Well, all of my materia started replicating at around about the same time, so I had this awkward situation where I actually got so many pieces of materia that it sort of overwhelmed the inventory system. It was too much. I just had more material than I could hold on to. And that was weird. So we continue on. I always liked this music that was playing during this part of the game. It's not particularly frantic or anything like that. It just goes on and on. It's hard to explain how that sort of kind of emotional reaction that song brings forward. Why's Cloud in the background? So notice this ability that Barrett has is the ability to attack all of the enemies at once. That's the result of a special piece of materia that I picked up called Attack All, and all my characters can hit. Well, not all my characters, but any character that has the materia on can attack all the enemies simultaneously, provided they're not, like, you're not surrounded or something like that. Also note the weapon that Cloud is carrying around. It's called the Apocalypse. It's a special sword. Oh, geez, Firespawn and Iceborn. Okay, I had 2 materia reach master level simultaneously. Where is that? Fire, there it is. And Ice, I guess, was on a Sid. Sid, okay, lightning, whatever. Anyway, this weapon that Cloud has, the Apocalypse, is triple materia rather than just double. Of course, the idea behind that being you get 3 times as much AP as you would by a normal weapon, and infinitely more HP than you would get by using the Ultima weapon, which has 0 materia growth. Now, what I was trying to do, and I just realized was a terrible idea, was I would have my try to get my double cut tools to level up, but at around 200 AP per battle, triple, so that would be 600, and trying 600 AP received per battle, trying to get 80,000, which is what it was when I thought of the idea. To get the 4x cut ability would take me, what, how many battles was that? Like 130, something like that? So screw it. I'm just going to fill the rest of this up with the HP pluses and then move on. I'm also going to... also note that Cloud has essentially lost all of this magic materia that I was using earlier in the game. From the beginning, when he started, he had fire and lightning. No, he had ice and lightning. And I basically kept those specific pieces of materia, or at least tried to keep those specific pieces of materia on Cloud the entire time, because they're the ones that would have the highest AP. And having, like, say, Bolt 2 in an area where you usually only have Bolt 1 was a pretty big advantage to a character. But we've reached the point where those spells, although you can still use them, you link them with some alls and all that, they can be quite useful. But this far along in the game, a character like Cloud doesn't really need those. In fact, the ultimate materia, which I have in there, is really all that we need. Also, something funny to note about the Mastered Materia. In the event that you are hurting for money and you're going to spend a lot of money to, say, get the season... Holy hell, look who it is! Master Tomberry. These guys can be a real pain in the ass because he'll use an ability called Everybody's Grudge. I think that's what it's called. Everyone's Grudge. Later games in the series called this Confront, which does an equal amount of damage to Tomberry as the number of characters, or number of enemies that character will kill. So, for example, Cloud will take an enormous amount of damage. Barrett has killed, I guess, 1,480 enemies, so he'll take that much damage. Also, if you let him get close enough, he'll do another ability called Knife, which is an instant kill, so you don't want that to happen. They're also quite powerful. Oh, he's about to do it. Okay, I may have... there's a mathematical formula to figuring out how much damage he's going to do with Everybody's Grudge. It's not just simply how many enemies that character is killed. I don't know what it is, though. That could have been brutal. If he decided to kill us off, there wouldn't be much we could do to stop him. I love those little freaks. They're like the cactors. They're common enemies in this game. Power source. Now there's another secret that I decided I wasn't going to do because that would have required me to go and... I was talking about something before I got into that battle. What was that? Give me a second, I'm going to review the old footage. Okay, that's what it was. I was talking about how you can sell materia to get a lot of money. Now, at this point, you're going to probably have a few pieces of mastered materia, and especially in the event that you have a lot of all materia. Because all materia tends to get shifted around a lot. A lot of people like their all materia. It's pretty cool. But these pieces of materia are worth a lot of money. So going and selling those pieces of materia to anyone will result in quite a bit of cash coming in your pocket. And this could actually be an advantage to you because, well, just because you have mastered materia doesn't mean you're really going to want to use it. I have a few pieces of mastered materia in my inventory that I'm not going to plan on using. Now, I don't really know what exactly you'd be spending that much money on that you couldn't get through some other means. Like, normal battles and stuff will get you a lot of money at this point in the game. And well, the only thing I can really think of is if you're going to spend a lot of time with chocobo races, that can get expensive. Because in order to breed chocobos, you need to buy a lot of greens and these weird nuts and stuff. But I mean, even then, it's really not worth it. It's not enough money for you to require any extra funds from anything. Look at that thing. And he's jumping us from behind. That seems to happen a lot. These things aren't very tough, though. Look at all the money we got here. And that's completely unnecessary money. Since we're in the northern cave now, we're not going to be spending any of it. Okay, now this is something that... This is where I usually decide to go and drop off my save point. Up here or down there, who really cares? Now, I've heard people say that this is actually a really bad place to leave your save point because it's possible that you can get some sort of weird, unavoidable error in the event that this happens. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's actually gonna happen here. I've never had a problem with that, so I'm just gonna drop my save point, gonna save real quick, and then I'm gonna continue on. And since we're here, throw a tent down. Oh, you're still sad? Damn it. Where's our hyper? We don't have any hypers? I used the hypers. Okay, we don't have any hypers. You're just gonna have to live with it. Have to use the remedy once we get into battle or something, I don't know. All of our characters are waiting down there, because we're gonna have to go and split up and go at this from different angles, you know. Different ways we can go. I'm going to go... You know, I don't really care. I'm going to go left. You'll go right. You go left. You go right. Make sure Yuffie goes with you. Okay. I may have made a bad mistake there. I've essentially meant that every character... Okay, the mistake I made was I sent characters away that had the materia on them. Now I have Yuffie and Tifa. That's a terrible weapon to carry. And they are not, they're not equipped very well for fights. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna stick what materia I have left on them. Okay, I was wrong about that. Apparently all the materia that went on the characters that just left was de-equipped and returned to the pool. I'm gonna climb back up. Oh yes, I can do this. Climb back up and go use a tent because these two characters are not really in optimal condition. Now, the reason why I put the save point there is because I think if I put it further along into the cave, I will not be able to retreat back out of the northern cave and get back into the main world. If I want to do anything later on in the game, I need a save point further down. Okay, we can go up or down. I'm going to go down. You go down too, and you down, and I'll send Vincent up. That way I don't have to screw around with my Materia any. It doesn't matter if Tifa is with you. In fact, you could do it perfectly fine if you have if you left Yuffie behind as well. Behemoth! But the thing about that is, in the event that you go and send Yuffie off on her own, you may regret it a little bit later on in the game. This is another reoccurring enemy in the game, the Behemoth. A lot of the other games have this enemy in it. Now, where is the exit? I can't really see it. Okay, it's just this way. Okay, there we go. Now, as we send our characters to go into the different directions, they are actually going to be picking out items up as they go along, just like we're doing here. And in the event that you let Yuffie go off on her own, she won't give you what she found. Now, if you sent her off with somebody else, I think she will. She'll give you the item if you sent her off with somebody else. But I'm just going to keep her with us. Make sure of that. You can get some nice items at this point in the game, but nothing's really vital to win. X potions and stuff. Who doesn't like a good X potion? That is an ugly creature. Sadness, come on. Remember, sadness reduces your speed that your limit gauge fills. So it can be quite irritating. It also survives outside of battle, unlike, say, poison, which continues even after, only ends once you hit the end of your battle. It's also sort of like Fury. Fury, on the other hand, will increase your limit gauge, but I think you'll do less damage, or you'll take more damage, or something like that. What the hell is that? Why is there a robot down here? That didn't take much of a beating. Let's talk a little bit about what we are expecting to find when we get down to the bottom of this cave. Now, we're obviously going after Sephiroth, but what exactly is Sephiroth anymore? Come on, give me that. Alright, never mind. Oh. Okay, what exactly is Sephiroth that we're going to be finding once we get to the bottom of this? Now, most of the experience that we had with Sephiroth was through the flashbacks and stuff that we had seen where we are running into where he's a guy running around. He's got this big-ass sword. He's a complete badass and all of that. But that's definitely not what he is anymore. And there's the thought of what happened to him after he fell into the life stream. And that's something maybe a little more significant. Worthy of a little more attention. Okay, we've caught back up with all of our other characters. Now, of course, neither Tifa nor Yuffie are going to have any items because they went with us, and Cloud would have picked everything up instead. Sid, on the other hand, drops us off a speed source. Guard source. Mind source. Elixir. And magic source. And Yuffie has nothing. Okay, we have the option of going or staying. I thought about the entire episode where I was going to end this. I was either going to end it here or in a few minutes. So I'm going to... Let's keep going. Let's finish this episode later. Let's mosey! Okay, there's supposed to be more monsters coming, but they didn't do a very good job of getting that point across. It just looks goofy. Who are we gonna take? I'm not too worried about the upcoming battles, so I'm gonna take whoever the hell I feel like. Better not have lost all my materia again. Yep, they got nothing. And there's... Okay, the materia I left behind sort of stayed left behind. It's a final leg of the journey. Running down this weird little cave, and we will encounter random battles here. And there's one. You can get your last clicks in before you go in. This enemy here, I don't know if it's going to happen, but it actually possesses the last enemy skill of the game you're going to be able to get, called Pandora's Box. Quite powerful, but considering you can only get it at this point in the game where it's impossible to retreat back up to the surface, it's really of limited usefulness. See, I think it's about to do it. There we go. Question mark, huh? Boom. Okay, we learned that ability because Red 13 has the last enemy skill materia equipped. Hey, lightning was born. Okay, keep going. Oh, geez. It's weird. A lot of weird stuff floating in the center of the planet. Whoa, look at that guy. Well, let's kill it. Wow, my limit breaks never really caught up with these characters. Son of a bitch. Well, that can't be good. Oh, he's got a shield up. Wow, this is getting out of hand. Better go bring these characters back before they get wiped out. Knock it off, butt wipe. No, he wasn't up for long. And he's down. Oh wow, I feel bad for this now. Is this thing gonna die anytime soon? Yeah, this thing should not be doing this good against me. I expected more damage than that. It's so low damage because he's close to death. Huh. Doesn't really bode too well for me if I'm getting my ass handed to me down here and haven't even reached Sephiroth yet, huh? I have to apologize for that. Oh, Stardust Ray gained. New limit break. Not much time to use it. I have to apologize for that. I really did not expect to get my ass kicked like that. And this seems a little bit weird, doesn't it? Might as well burn off my potions. Not really any good in battle, are they? And, elixir, ethers. Usually don't use these too often because, well, they're kind of expensive or difficult to come by. But we're at the end of the game, so what the hell? Why not? Nah, I'm not doing this. Screw this. You know how this is gonna go. Run, damn it, run! Run! And we're away. What in the hell? That's Jenova? Doesn't look like it. Boss battle time. Now, it's got its own special music for this boss battle against Jenova, not the normal stuff we were hearing before. And this is Jenova Synthesis. Powerful, powerful monster that's gonna... well, it's gonna give us some difficulty, I bet. But the, oh, okay, let's get all our stuff going up. Now, something I think might have been lost a little bit along the point of the game is the idea of who is really in control. We either have Jenova that is manipulating the actions of Sephiroth, or we had Sephiroth that was manipulating the actions of Jenova. Because remember, we weren't actually chasing Sephiroth around the planet, we were chasing Jenova in Sephiroth's form. So you may think, wait, what? Why the hell was that? Why are we, what's this gonna do? Okay. Now, why was Jenova taking the form of Sephiroth? And I think it's because Sephiroth was really of greater power than Jenova was. that may be a little bit, seem a little bit strange, because why would Sephiroth, the product of Jenova, have more powerful than she did? Ordinarily, you see Jenova have the ability to control the people who have Jenova cell in them. Jenova cells in them. So why is this the exception? Well, I think it's something to do with the live stream. Now, I have no doubt that... Damn it, that ended battle ended quicker than I thought. I have no doubt that Jenova had an influence over Sephiroth back during the Nibelheim incident. Definitely the dude didn't just go off and kill a bunch of people on his own accord. I mean, it's possible. It could have legitimately gone insane, but it's possible that he was being manipulated by Jenova. But since Sephiroth fell into the life stream, he gained more power than Jenova did, and he's actually able to surpass her, override Jenova's mind, not the other way around. So Jenova is dead now, and all that's left is Sephiroth. And unfortunately, it's the end of the episode here. Come back for the next one, we'll go and finish this.